Namaste everyone. Very warm welcome to Satsang today. Guru Sri Modi Ji ki Jai. Ready for Ashtavakra? Okay, let's quickly run through everything that we've done so far. Chapter on instruction on self-realization. Janaka says, Master, how is knowledge to be achieved? Detachment acquired, liberation attained. Ashtavakra said, to be free, shun the experiences of the senses, like poison. Turn your attention to forgiveness, sincerity, kindness, simplicity, truth. You are not earth, water, fire, or air, nor are you empty space. Liberation is to know yourself as awareness alone, the witness of these. Abide in awareness, with no illusion of person. You will be instantly free and at peace. You have no caste or duties. You are invisible, unattached, formless. You are the witness of all things. Be happy. Right and wrong, pleasure and pain exist in mind only. They are not your concern. You neither do nor enjoy. You are free. You are the solitary witness of all that is, forever free. Your only bondage is not seeing this. The thought, I am the doer, is the bite of a poisonous snake. To know, I do nothing, is the wisdom of faith. Be happy. A single understanding, I am the one awareness, consumes all suffering. In the fire of an instant, be happy. So this is where we read till yesterday. This is verse number 9. Did we complete this? A good test. Maya seems to feel that we covered till verse 7. My feeling is we read this part. So verse 10. You are unbounded awareness. Bliss, supreme bliss. This part is hyphenated. Bliss, supreme bliss. Then, in which the universe appears like the mirage of a snake in a robe. Be happy. You are unbounded awareness. Bliss, supreme bliss. Awareness in which the universe appears like the mirage of a snake in a robe. Now, many times it can happen that when we hear about bliss, it can feel like when there is bliss, then I am awareness. So how it is written actually and how it is meant to be is that the bliss is a byproduct of awareness. Awareness is independent of even bliss. You see, so what happens is that many of you have heard of Sat Chit Ananda. So Sat, truth, Chit, being consciousness, Chit, Ananda, joy or bliss. So, what I like to say is that if you leave it as just Sat, what is the truth that you're finding through the words of the sage Ashtavakra? Truth, Sat, Satsang, the company of the truth. So we come into this Satsang to be in the company of the truth, to come to the recognition of the truth. So this truth, what is it that we find? The truth that I am the self, this awareness. Then Chit, being, I am aware of my existence. This existence is here. And as being, remains as being. I am, remains unassociated, as my master would say. Then Ananda is a perfume of that. Your unadulterated presence. Unadulterated by what? By personal conditioning. Then love, peace, joy, bliss, all of these are the fragrances of that. Now, what can happen is that the conditioning itself can be of that I want ananda, I want bliss. Is it? Or it can become like a benchmark saying, till I have bliss, then it cannot be Sat and Chit. So that itself seems to become like a condition, empty of conditions. You will be unconcerned even with the presence or absence of bliss. And as you are unconcerned with the presence or absence of bliss, you will find that it is here in service to you. Love, peace, and joy are the fragrances of unassociated presence, fragrances of God. To serve God as the taste of this beautiful manifest world. So our job is not to chase Ananda. Our job, if there is a job, is to find the truth, the Sat. And bliss can come and bliss can go. There will be so much bliss that you will not know what to do with it. There will be so much love that you will feel like distributing it to everyone. But that is a auxiliary, a byproduct of what we are speaking of. What is the truth? What is the definition of the truth? Have your notebooks? What is the truth? Okay, welcome. What is the, how is truth to be found? What are the attributes of that which is true? That which is our direct insight. It's our direct discovery, and that which remains unchanging. You see, both aspects are important. Why the first aspect is important is that it is not just enough to mentally know that I am awareness. Being comes to the recognition of this truth. That is what satsang is for. This self, what can we say about it? That it just is unchanging, beyond the play of states, beyond the play of waking, sleep, dream, turiya. That which is the witness of all of these is yourself. And what is your most intimate finding? Once you see that you are this self, you are awareness. The most intimate finding is that I exist, I am. You are, but you are not something. Everything after I am is not the truth, is not the Sat. All limitations, all attributes are nothing but appearances within you, but they do not define you. I am a man is not the truth about what I am. It is an aspect of my expression. The same is true for all identity. I am a husband, I am a father, I have work, I have relationships. All of these are attributes of the appearance of this body mind. But they do not come close to defining me because I am the undefinable, the unlabelable. This I, you are. Remain unconcerned with finding bliss. Bliss is concerned with finding you, serving you. Remain as I am. Without the illusion of person, as the sage said. And this is not a plan. This is talking about now, just now. What is it that you are? And if you feel that you are something phenomenal, find out who witnesses this phenomenon and what is more intimate. What is the truth? The most pristine insight, which remains unchanging. Now, if you tell me that I came to Satsang and had the most blissful experience, I had experience where all my chakras were vibrating and my kundalini had risen. I had an experience where I could travel to any part of this universe. I could go back and forward in time. If you tell me all of this, I might be nice and say very good or something like that. But actually, I know that even this is not important relative to what I am speaking of. In the realm of appearances, the most pristine appearances can come, but that which is an appearance always comes and goes. So the imploration or the invitation to stay with the truth is basically a request. Don't give so much value to this appearances, at least for a while. Find out what is here that is beyond this. How to find out? Can't find out with your mind. You cannot see it phenomenally as an object. You cannot deduce this. It's not like 2 plus 2 equals 4. So I will give you an equation where you calculate it and you'll come to awareness. You cannot do it through reasoning. So it's not intellect, it's not reasoning, it's not phenomenal, it's not sensational, it's not emotional, it's not experiential in that way, like the phenomenal taste of an experience. It is simpler than that. The mind will say it is more difficult than that. It is actually simpler than that. What witnesses this? What witnesses all of this? Does that have a shape or size? Is that dependent on bliss or joy or peace? Or is it bliss and joy and peace which are dependent on that? Must you be before you can experience anything? What is this you? So the Sage says, you are unbounded awareness, bliss, supreme bliss, in which the universe appears like the mirage of a snake in a rope. Be happy. What does this mean? Like the mirage of a snake in a rope. Most popular metaphor in Vedanta, isn't it? When there is not enough light, you can feel like in the shadow of a snake, of a rope, in the appearance of a rope, in the absence of sufficient light, it can seem like this is a snake. In the same way, in the light of your existence, in the light of your being, it can seem like there is a world which is separate outside of me. Just like a dream can seem separate. Don't chase even this insight. Don't be in a rush to find out that everything is you. Just find out what you are. It is enough. Dig this well. Who am I? It is enough. As you dig this well and come to the water, the recognition of the self, and all this other insight, the snake in the rope, the gold in the bangle, all these will become so plainly obvious. It is true what they say. You are what you think. If you think you are bound, you are bound. If you think you are free, you are free. It is true what they say. You are what you think. If you think you are bound, you are bound. If you think you are free, you are free. What does this mean? What happens when we think? What does thinking mean? It means that there must be this appearance of this voice, which is the mind's voice, which we can call the voice in our heads. This is the appearance of this energy construct called thought. But what do we mean when we say thinking? When we say thinking, we are not just talking about the appearance of this energy construct called thought. We are also talking about the belief in this construct, the identification with this construct. Now, do it experientially. See, if you don't attach a thought to your being, you just are. This is a nice exercise for all of you. To exist right now, do you need a thought? Are you using thoughts to exist? So existence is here effortlessly. I am. Now, for any other identity, I am 42 years old. Now, this 42 years old is an identity. If there was no thought, if there was no identification with the concept, would I be able to attach this 42 years old to I am? So that which is effortless existence, then to identify with conditions needs these thoughts, not just the appearance of thoughts, but the belief in these thoughts. As we remain in our openness, as we allow all this thought activity to come and go, what do you find yourself to be? Just existent, just I am. And that which is even prior to this, that which is aware of this, you are aware of your presence. This is the value of openness. That's why they say, let thoughts come and go, just don't serve them tea. One of the most simple, straightforward spiritual instruction. All surrender, all openness is contained in that. Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharishi said, if you still feel like you have a choice, make the choice not to go along with what your thoughts are saying. And one day then you will see soon that even this was not a choice, even this was a functioning of grace. But he said very clearly, as long as you feel there is a choice about anything at all, then you make this choice of not going along with the thought, which means what? Don't identify, don't believe, don't give it meaning or relevance. So the sage says, it is true what they say. You are what you think. What does he mean? The pretense of you, if you say, I am, I am very honest, I am not a liar, something, then you're obviously not talking about your unlimited being. You are talking about a limited entity which you're proclaiming yourself to be. So when the teachers say just be, remain as I am, all of this, it means this. Leave I am unattached. The mind might come and say, I can't do this. Maybe sometimes it thinks, I can't do it. Even that, don't be attached to that. Just let that come and go. This is consciousness, reminding consciousness of its own design, of its own power to believe itself to be something limited. And just to deviate a little bit from what Ashtavakra is saying, he's saying that if you think you are bound, what does that make you? It makes a seeker out of you. He says if you think you are bound, you are bound. And if you're in satsang and you think you're bound, then what are you? You're posing as if you are a seeker. Isn't it? Then he said, if you think you are free, you are free. So I want to say something different from him. Very rarely I'll say something different from him. I'm saying even this thought I am free is not needed. You are naturally free. Because even in the thought I am free, there is a possibility that you will pick up a presumption of an I, which is a limited entity. So drop this idea that I am bound and see if you can also drop this idea that I am free. This neutrality is what Guruji speaks about. It is completely alien to the mind. So the mind, the door is either open or it is closed. There is a door that is neither open nor closed. When it tries to make a visual of a half open something, but it doesn't succeed. Neutrality means being empty of the concept of anything, empty of the concept of bondage. And without the concept of bondage, is there a concept of freedom? No. It is only the opposite of bondage. Without the concept of desire, is there a concept of aversion? The mind operates in opposites. As you step back from this play of opposites, then you will find this natural neutrality. This is a very, very, very important point, because many times in satsang especially it can happen that this resistance comes. Resistance is to take the opposite position of that, open. So even our openness becomes a position which tries to counteract this position of resistance. So what are you doing now? I'm being open. What are you doing? I'm resisting. I don't want to resist, so I'm being open. You see? But both of them are also in the play of duality. You see? What is it that you are that witnesses this play of duality? Is it resisting or open? It is neither. It doesn't apply. So although open is very important and it's maybe the most clear, direct way to point to what is being pointed at, even the term open can be misunderstood. It is more about staying with the discovery of what you are, this neutral place, which is unconcerned, unbound by this play of opposites. What happens many times also is that in satsang, one day you will feel like a great insight happened, and very quickly the proclamation can come: I am free, I got it. You know? And then to change the story a little bit, then you go on the road and you say, I want to go to Banashankari, you know? I want to go to this place called Banashankari. And the auto guy says, Banashankari, that'll be 200 rupees extra. In that one moment, your freedom can go. The so-called proclaimed freedom. But you're a cheat and separation, all that can come. The oneness dissolves, everything can seem to vanish in that one moment. So it is not about this proclamation, this play of opposites, resisting and allowing, not in that way. But to find that within you, which is not involved in this play of opposites. It is not a position that you're taking on. It is not a new position of consciousness. I am now spiritual, or I am now in Ananta Satsang or Guruji Satsang. It is being empty of all positions. And the mind will come as a used car salesman. Say, this one, best deal. I know, sir. I know, madam, that, last 10 million years I've been lying to you. I know, sir, madam, I know 10 million years I've been lying to you. But this time I have learned, I have changed, I have reformed. I am not going to sell you your individuality. I will point you to your truth. It will come within. And just like that, you keep buying this ticket to this merry-go-round. And then someone says, but you are not that which you are believing about yourself. I'm not that. Dropped away. I'm never going to buy from this salesman again. And again, yes. That salesman, he'll be careful of him, okay? What is that? That is also an offering from the same salesman. This, this mind, I have to get rid of the mind. I have to be rid of it. This mind has got me in all this mess. I have decided that I'm going to be open and I'm going to be rid of the mind. This one, this one is the trickster, same guy. Guruji says, same guy. So what is the solution? It's simple. Just let it come and let it go. If you picked it up, it's okay. Now you let it come and you let it go. If you picked it up, again, it's okay. Don't believe guilt about yourself. Don't believe unworthiness. You picked it up, fine, gone. It is the one that is working hard to retain individuality. It needs to keep offering you these ideas of your limitations. You become naturally empty of it every moment. mean, do you guys really see this, what I'm saying? All the struggle in your spirituality will drop away if you just see this, what I'm saying. Every moment, naturally, it is done. It is the mind which needs to take this extra effort every moment to convince you. Again, he's empty of concept about himself. Let me come with the next offering, otherwise he's gone. So the effort is in maintaining or trying to create this sense of individuality. Effortlessly, you're just being. This is the meaning of letting go. Letting go doesn't mean that there's really something to let go of. It only means when this offer comes, I'm going to sell you the most important ticket of your life. You will become the best, most spiritual, most enlightened person in the world. This offer comes from the mind. Just let it come and go. If you pick it up, what to do? Nothing. When the next offer comes, you let that one come and go. That's it. And if you know about this story from me, which is that many, many years ago, before I met Guruji, probably 11, 12 years ago, I was reading Bhagwan and I was very frustrated at being a seeker. So one day I said, today, today I will not leave the self-inquiry till I find myself. So I sat down and I say like this, I don't know if it actually happened like this. This is the way I like to remember it, at least, which is to say, the inquiry happened textbook. Okay, textbook inquiry. Thoughts were coming. Yes. Who is the witness of these thoughts? Sensations. Who perceives these sensations? Staying with that. Everything became quiet. And for a long time, everything became still, quiet, nothing. Maybe 45 minutes or an hour passed. Mind came, said, stop this right now. I'll give you a good life. Stop this right now. I'll give you a good life. And mind itself came and said, deal. Easy. Mind came, stop this right now. I'll give you a good life. And mind itself came and said, deal. Then what happened? So much guilt. You were finding it. And you made a deal with this mind and this ego, this devil. You sold your soul to the devil. All this nonsense. God believed, you see. This is the way the mind can play. That's why what to do when something is picked up? Nothing. Don't worry about it. Forget it. It's gone. What is it? Papaji's word quote somebody posted. The past is a corpse. It's finished. That which comes and goes, this mind, that is the one that has to make the effort to convince God, to convince the unlimited that it is something which is small, limited, constricted, that has conditions about itself. And this one will not stop making the effort. Don't expect it to stop. Let it come and let it go. Does this have anything to do with what Ashtavakra is saying? Let's see. Yeah, he said, it is true what they think, what they say. You are what you think. So you understood this, isn't it? Not that you actually are, but you can pick up the pretense of whatever thoughts that you are believing. If you think you are bound, that's why I said, if you think you are bound, then what is the role you are playing? You are playing the role of the spiritual seeker. If you think actually that you are free, what is the role that you are playing? You're playing the role of the spiritual ego. If it is just a thought, if it is not your realization, if it is not your recognition, if it is just a concept. So neither concept. I'm sure Ashtavakra will forgive my little divergence from what he's saying. You do not need the concept I am free. Just as you do not need the concept I am bound. Then in verse 12, he says, you are self, self with a capital S, the solitary witness. You are perfect, all pervading, one. You are free, desireless, forever still. The universe is but a seeming in you. You are self, the solitary witness. You are perfect, all pervading, one. You are free, desireless, forever still. The universe is but a seeming in you. So the sages said many beautiful things. How to use these beautiful things that the sage is pointing to? Not by looking for these particular attributes in themselves, but come to the recognition about yourself. What is it that I am? And then the mind will come and say, it will create a need for some approval, some confirmation. Is it? It'll say, is it really this? Have I really got it, or am I just faking? Is it? Like that. So then when this kind of doubts come, then you use these pointers to check. What is the sage talking about? He's talking about the one that is a solitary witness, that is perfect, which means that the idea of imperfection does not apply to it. That which is all pervading, can you find somewhere where you are not? Is it? Do you find something which is your absence? Or do you find everything which is just your presence? And he says one with a capital O. So do you find any separation in your discovery about yourself? You are free, desireless, forever still. So all of this, when you use these from your place of self-recognition, and see, yes, this is exactly what the sage is saying. I have no desire. I am full, actually beyond the concept of full. A lack cannot happen to me here. So all of these attributes, if you start looking for them in this as they are, then it can seem a bit confusing. How do I find this one that is one? How do you find this one that is desireless? No. You find the witness of all things and then see who that is. Is that you or no? And this you, that is the witness of all things, then you check against all these attributes. The solitary witness, the one that has no imperfections, that is free, desireless, forever still. From that place of checking on yourself, these will be very clear. But if you start chasing the attributes for themselves, then it can seem like another merry-go-round to get into. Meditate on this. I am awareness alone, unity itself. Give up the idea that you are separate, a person, that there is a within and a without. Meditate on this. So I would say that inquire into this, contemplate this. I am that. You are that. Tat Tvamasi. You are there. Meditate on this, inquire into this, contemplate this. And you will find the unity of this, the oneness. That is Advaita after all, isn't it? Advaita, Advaita, not two. So use these words in your inner contemplations to find out the nature of the self. Give up the idea that you are separate, a person, that there is within and without. And we have just discussed this, how to give up this idea. It's already given up right now. It's given up. How to give it up when the offer comes. Then just let the offer come and go. The conveyor belt of the mind that I talked about earlier, just it will keep coming. Various dishes of various shapes and sizes. Let them come and let them go. One time we were in, most of you know the story. I'm sorry, my stories are getting old as I am getting old. So one time we were with Guruji in Delhi and we were shopping on some street. And it was the 1st of April. So we were shopping on the street, and then on the street we saw some 100 rupee note or 50 rupee note, some note, 10 rupee note. Memory gets hazy as time goes on. So some note was there. Then one of us, I don't know, maybe Ramdas or somebody from the Gully Sangha, they bent down to pick up the note, and the note had a string tied to it at the other end. Right? So as he bent down, the one sitting on a wall on the side, he just, so like that. So the mind makes this. It was April 1st, so the joke was that I told you it's April 1st, like that. You see, the mind comes with these offerings. This is what I mean. You know that you have been fooled into, or you've been playing as if you're an individual for so long by buying these concepts about yourself. And yet, the next well-dressed note, like this time not rupees, but maybe silver coin or something. This time gold, gold something, sterling. So various forms of this offer that comes from the mind. And like the poor one who keeps bending down to pick it up, you keep playing this game, expecting that this time I will really get it in that way. I will get something meaningful. Give up the idea that you are separate, a person, that there is within and without. Most of our thoughts are like this. I've looked at this very closely over the last few weeks and we've spoken about it. And when someone comes to me these days and says, but does it have to be every thought? Does it have to be every thought? And I know that there is a desire still to say, okay, but some thoughts are okay. Can I not pick them up? So for them, I say, although it's completely meaningless, but just to give some reassurance, I say, okay, if the thought is just trying to replicate the phenomenal appearance very accurately, without any sense of personal identity. So if the thought, for example, is, that's a green apple, not that I want a green apple, or I like green apples, or I don't like green. Without this I identity, if there is a thought which is saying, that's a green apple, you will find that it's meaningless because the experience of it being whatever it is apparent already. But if you want to pick up those thoughts for some time, okay, do it. I'll make this concession for you. But it must report something which is a phenomenal appearance as accurately as possible. I must be empty of any self-definition. Because in this self-definition comes, so-called self-definition is actually egoic definition, and that is the door to suffering. You have long been bound, thinking, I am a person. Right? Notice the sage did not say you have long been bound as a person. He says you have long been bound, thinking, I am a person. Let the knowledge, I am awareness alone, be the sword that frees you. You see? Now, this is a bit subtle, although it might seem straightforward. It's a bit subtle. The first part is that we have only been thinking I am a person. No person ever actually existed. No person actually ever appeared. Unlike even this body, unlike this energy construct of mind, that which is a claimant of this body mind is not an entity which even appeared in a phenomenal way. At best, there is the physical appearance, energetic appearance of this body, there is the energetic appearance of this mind, and at best, although best not to dwell on that, is there is a energetic sense of some separation, some individuality. I don't talk about that because the more you think about that aspect, the more it seems to amplify. So forget about it. There is the appearance of the body and the appearance of the mind. We have been thinking that because there is the appearance of this body mind, there is actually a person. There never has been. I used to like saying that the person is, if you feel, you don't have to feel this. But if you feel that the world is an illusion, then person is second level illusion. Because not even in this world will you find it. You see? The body is unconcerned with amount of money in the bank. The body is actually unconcerned even with enlightenment. And what will enlightenment bring to a thought? Nothing. A thought is just momentary, coming and going. What can we give to a thought? Nothing. So that which wants is neither this body nor is it the mind. It just doesn't exist. It is just a belief system that we picked up about ourselves. So you have been bound, and this bondage, of course, you have understood now is a pretense. And the voice of the pretense is, you have been bound thinking, I am a person. Let the knowledge, I am awareness alone, be the sword that frees you. Knowledge is not the concept. The knowledge is not the concept, I am awareness alone. So you see, if you chant, I am awareness alone, I am awareness alone, I am awareness, and no looking or insight is happening, you're just chanting it, maybe it'll have some energetic benefit, okay, I'm not denying that. But it is not the knowledge which the sage is talking about. The knowledge is this, which means the direct recognition of the self. Knowledge with a capital K, what we spoke about in the first day, which is beyond perceptual, conceptual, and emotional knowledge, beyond any concept. Are you aware now? Do you need a thought to see that you are aware? Do you need a perception to see that you are aware? You need neither. This is the only one that you can answer like this. It's that simple, you see. That's why I keep doing this. Some of you might think I'm obsessed with some of these examples, but I like them because they are so simple. If I say to you, is there a small green bowl in my hand? Is it? So you refer to the perceptual knowledge of seeing this small green bowl. You say yes. If I say to you, is the world round? Is it? When you refer to a conceptual knowledge, right now your experience of the world is not that it is round. You refer to a conceptual knowledge that the world is round and you answer from there, yes. But if I ask you, are you aware now? Do you do either of these? Sometimes you might be referring to the concept of awareness and saying, of course, yes. But that's why I say that don't answer from the mind. Look and then answer. Check. When you check, what do you find? Do you find the appearance of something called awareness, like this green bowl? Yet we answer yes. Sooner or later, the beauty of the simplicity of this will reveal itself to you. That self recognition, which takes millions of years of sadhana, supposedly, can it be that just openly asking myself this question, am I aware now, can bring this insight of what I truly am? So maybe the point of all that sadhana was just to bring us to this simple openness of even asking ourselves this question. And then, you see, over the years, I've seen many, many, many tricks of the mind. And some wonder can come. Because over the years, so many times, for 2 years now, I asked this question, are you aware now? And it becomes apparent. Yes, I am aware. Only awareness is here. All these reports. And then next day, beings come to Satsang. And they say, Father, I'm having this trouble in my relationship. I'm having this trouble with my body. I'm having this trouble with my money. I say, but just yesterday, we found this awareness. Yes, yes, I knew you will say that. I don't want to talk about awareness today. I want to talk about me. You see, this is the ultimate resistance. I don't want to talk about awareness today. I want to talk about me. You see? That means that even in the insight of this self, the mind has been able to come in and say, yes, yes, that is awareness, but it has nothing to do with you really. Or maybe you come from that, but you are this. You see? And when we get caught up in this kind of thing, I have offered you another question, which is, who is aware of even this awareness? And this question will hit home for those who are having this insight, deep insight about the truth of who they are. Because what the mind has been able to do in some way is to still create a separate I, which is separate from this awareness. And if you ask yourself now, who is aware even of this awareness? You will say only I, only this. Then I say, is this I in any way separate from awareness? You say, no, it is I. All things appear within it. Like the sage said earlier, the universe is an appearance within it. I is this awareness. And as you stay with this question, who is aware of awareness? You will see that this possibility of making a distinction between I and awareness becomes lesser and lesser. You see that it is I. Then you're not able to say so easily, yes, Father, no, 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 I don't want to talk about awareness today. Please talk about me. You are that. It is you. I used to very funnily call it my ninja sword. This question, I used to call it my ninja sword. What's funny about that? I realized later, I don't know what happened, and I realized that ninjas don't carry swords. It's the samurais that have the swords. Ninjas carry these other throwing weapons and things. Anyone else watch these movies growing up? No. So ninjas are not the ones who are. That's not the most important point in today's episode. So this one is the samurai sword. Who is aware even of awareness? Yes, please. Thank you. Even this. Can we increase this fan also a bit? It's a bit warm. Okay, good for today, I feel. Not given any homework no, today. Tomorrow, lots of homework is coming your way. The problem that is happening here, the conditioning of this one now, uh, is that as the question is asked, the habit has become to answer the question. So even when the question is asked from here only, the habit is to answer the question. I asked so many times. I notice I ask the question and say, "Okay, this is your homework. Contemplate this," and then 1 minute later, I'm answering the question. I, one time I got really tired. Some of you will remember Maya, Shivani. Some of you will remember I got very tired. Body got really tired. Energies got really tired. And I said that I'm feeling like a satsang jukebox. You know, put the coin of the question in, and here I am dancing to the answer. So I said I don't want to do that anymore. For some time, I will ask the question. Maybe for a week, it was just I just asked questions. I didn't get any answer. I was just asking the question. At least that's the way I remember it. Don't spoil it for me if it is not true. Thank you all so much for being in satsang today. Sadhguru Shri Mujiji ki Jai. So I am enjoying very much this Ram chanting that came to me here. So we will continue to do that. But you're welcome, all of you, to stay, or you're welcome if you have other things to do, or you don't enjoy this kind of thing. You're welcome to not stay, whatever you like. Some long, relaxing, deep breaths. Please relax into your divine presence. If the mantra is continuing for you, chant it internally. there be peace. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
One less.